Hello everyone, I am Miss Mamta Singhar. I am a faculty at Mother Teresa College of Nursing, Kumhari, Durg. Students, today we are going to study one respiratory problem. It is called chest injury and it comes under to Medical Surgical Nursing Part 1 for the BSc Nursing second year. So guys, now we will start our today's session. Here firstly we will see some important outlines regarding to chest injury. So today we are going to see different kind of parts for the or different kind of things related to chest injury, like introduction, definition, how many types for chest injury, causes related to chest injury, clinical feature for chest injury, and diagnostic evaluation related to chest injury, as well as lastly we will see management related to chest injury. Now we will start one by one. Introduction for the chest injury. Chest injuries are potentially life-threatening because of immediate disturbance of cardiorespiratory physiology and hemorrhage, a later development of infection, damaged lung and thoracic cage. So, what is chest injury? Chest injury, it is a one kind of life-threatening period because if anyone is suffering by the chest injury, that condition, that patient, some important system immediately disturbed, like that system is cardiovascular system, respiratory system, physiology system, and we all are know this kind of system is a very important system of the human body. So if anyone is suffering by the chest injury, that condition, that particular patient system is a disturbed or altered. That's why chest injury, it is a condition of life-threatening period. Now we will see definition for chest injury. Definition: a chest injury is defined as it is a form of injury to the chest including the ribs, heart, lungs, great vessels, trachea and esophagus. So students, what is chest injury? Chest injury, it is comes under two respiratory problem. And what is happening in duration of chest injury? So basically in over the chest skin is breakdown, because we all are know injury, it means breakdown of the skin. So here chest skin is breakdowning and different kind of parts also involved in duration of chest injury, like ribs, heart, lungs, great vessels, trachea as well as esophagus. Why? Because this all part is very nearby part related to chest. That's why this all part is also included in duration of chest injury. Now we will see incidence for the chest injury. So basically 25% patient related to chest injury is a risk for the death by the chest injury. Now we will see types for the chest injury. So basically there are having total 5 kind of types for the chest injury. First, rib fracture, second is pneumothorax, third fletcher chest, fourth pulmonary contusion, and lastly cardiac tamponade. So these all are types for the chest injury. Now we will see one by one. Rib fracture, most common chest injury, may interfere with the ventilation and may create underlying lung. So basically what is rib fracture or rib fracture kind of chest injury? It is a very common kind of chest injury. In duration, if anyone is suffering by the rib fracture kind of chest injury, that condition, that patient ventilation process is interfering by the rib fracture kind of chest injury. Now we will see next one, pneumothorax kind of chest injury. So what is pneumothorax? We already completed in our previous class. So blood in pleural space as a result of penetrating or blunt chest trauma accompanies a high percentage of chest injury can result in a hidden blood loss. So basically in duration of pneumothorax kind of chest injury, in duration maybe the chances some blood is accumulated in the area of pleural space. So that particular accumulated blood is maybe the chances have a force in duration of that particular site. That's why that condition happen a different kind of chest injury, like penetrating chest injury and blunt chest trauma as well as. And it is also called one kind of hidden blood loss because in duration of the pneumothorax, blood is accumulated in particular area of pleural space. That condition person have a deficiency of circulatory system in over the respiratory system. That's why it is called hidden blood loss also. Now we will move on our next thing. Flat chest injury, loss of stability of chest wall as a result of multiple rib fracture or combined rib and sternum fracture. When this occur, one portion of the chest has lost its bony connection to the rest of the rib cage. So basically, in duration of flat chest kind of injury, in this condition, person have a risk for the loss of stability of chest wall just because of this kind of chest injury. Now we will see next thing. So in duration of flat chest injury kind of things, during the respiration, the detected part of the chest will be the pull in on inspiration and blow out the expiration. Paradoxical movement, normal mechanism of breathing are impaired to the degree that seriously jeopardize ventilation, causing dyspnea and cyanosis. So basically, in this kind of chest injury, have a risk for the interfering and impaired breathing mechanism pattern, as well as in duration person have a different kind of problem also arising and showing like dyspnea and cyanosis also. So it is also very dangerous period of the chest injury. Now we will see next type of chest injury, pulmonary contusion kind of chest injury. So bruising of the lung parenchyma. This result is a leakage of blood and edema fluid into the alveolar and the interstitial space of the lung may not be the fully developed for 24 to 72 hours. So basically, in this kind of pulmonary contusion type of chest injury, it is not developed within a 24 to 72 hours after the leakaging of blood as well as edema fluid into over the alveolar side of the lungs. So it is called pulmonary contusion kind of chest injury. Now we will see last type of chest injury, cardiac tamponade kind of chest injury. So cardiac tamponade, it is a one kind of cardiovascular disorder also, and as well as comes under to chest injury type. So what is happening in duration of cardiac tamponade? Compression of the heart as a result of accumulation of fluid within the pericardial space caused by the penetrating injury, metastasis and other disorders. So basically, what happening in duration of cardiac tamponade? In duration, pericardial space have a risk for the accumulation within the fluid. So in duration have a risk compression in over the chest side. That condition person have a compression by the accumulation of fluid that particular area. So person have a risk for the cardiac tamponade kind of chest injury. So it is a cardiac tamponade kind of chest injury. So it's all about the types for the chest injury. Students, I hope you all are understand related to types injury for the chest injury. Now we will see our next thing. So our next thing is causes for the chest injury. So here have a different kind of reason for the chest injury or risk for the chest injury. So chest injury reason are divided into two sections: blunt injury or penetrating injury causes. So firstly we will see what is blunt injury and what is penetrating injury. So blunt injury, it means there is no having any kind of reason is a soft object. That means a person have a chest injury but that person no having a object and responsible factor is very soft kind of material. It is comes under to blunt kind of injury. And if person have a chest injury but object or responsible factor is a sharp kind of material, so it is comes under to penetrating type of injury. So basically it is a one type of also classification for the chest injury, blunt chest injury and penetrating chest injury. So here we will see causes for the chest injury. So now we will go one by one which kind of causes for the blunt injury and which kind of causes comes under to penetrating chest injury causes. Blunt injury causes, so it comes under to blunt injury causes motor vehicle accident जिसको like RTA road traffic accidents. So this kind of accident is comes under to blunt injury causes. Pedestrian accident also, falls, if person have any kind of falls like tree fall or stair fall, so any kind of falls is comes under to blunt injury. Any kind of sports injury also comes under to blunt kind of causes for chest injury. Assault with blunt object or altercations, so it is also one kind of blunt kind of causes for chest injury. Crush injury, if have a risk for patient any kind of crush injury due to the accident, due to the any reason, so it is also comes under to blunt causes for chest injury. Explosion any kind of expulsion is comes under to one kind of blunt causes for the chest injury. So it's all the responsible factor for the chest injury and comes under to blunt kind of causes for the chest injury. Now we will see penetrating type of causes for the chest injury. So we already know, and I already told you what is penetrating type of injury causes. It means if object material for the chest injury is a shaft like material, so it is comes under to penetrating type of chest injury. So here any kind of knife injury, if a person have a chest injury by the knife, so knife we all are know very sharp kind of material, so it is a one kind of responsible factor for the or responsible causes related to penetrating kind of injury for the chest injury. Any kind of gunshot also comes under to penetrating kind of causes for chest injury. Any kind of a streak cause for the chest injury. Arrow kind of cause, it is also comes under to penetrating causes for chest injury, as well as any kind of occupational injury in duration of work period. In if anyone is working in industrial size, that condition lots of sharp object is available there now, so that's why that particular sharp object is contact with that any kind of patient, and any patient that patient have a contact with that kind of sharp material and sharp object, so person have a risk for the also penetrating causes related to chest injury. So it's all about the causes or reason for the chest injury. Now we will see our next thing related to chest injury. So clinical manifestation. So if person contact with any kind of chest injury, that condition maybe the person have a different kind of symptoms showing. So first symptom is dyspnea. If person have a chest injury, that condition that person suddenly impaired or alteration of breathing pattern. So that's why person suddenly altered any kind of breathing pattern, that condition that patient definitely showing dyspnea. It means deficiency or difficulty of breathing. Sudden sharp pain on affected side. If person suddenly affected by the chest injury, that condition that patient suddenly shows sharp pain. Difficulty coughing in duration of patient have a chest injury, that condition that patient have a difficulty for the coughing process, as well as asymmetrical chest expansion also showing. It means chest not a equally inspiration or expansion. So it is also one kind of symptom for the chest injury patient. Now we will see systematic symptoms in duration of chest injury. If person suffering from the chest injury, that condition another respiratory system also showing different kind of symptoms. So now we will move on this thing. So we already know dyspnea happening in duration of chest injury, respiratory distress also having a chest injury, cough with or without hemoptysis. Sometimes patient have a risk cough secretion of cough production due to the chest injury, with or without hemoptysis. Students, we all are know hemoptysis means blood with sputum. So in this condition of the chest injury, sometimes patient have a risk without blood cough, and sometimes have a hemoptysis kind of cough also having duration of chest injury. Cyanosis of mouth, face, nail beds, mucous membrane. Students, we all are know our respiratory system is a very important kind of system for the human body. It is a fulfill oxygenation in our body. So in our body have a deficiency of oxygen, that condition particular patient have a risk for the cyanosis. Because what is cyanosis? Cyanosis, it means bluish discoloration in over the mouth, face, nail beds, mucous membrane. So if person have a chest injury, that condition that patient have a difficulty of breathing, and maybe the chances of altered breathing pattern, that condition that patient not proper circulating and fulfilling the oxygen. That's why person showing cyanosis kind of symptom. Tracheal deviation also showing in duration of respiratory kind of chest injury. Audible air escaping for chest wound. Decreased breath sound on side of injury. Sometime if person have a chest injury in any side of the chest, that particular side is have a risk for the decreased sound of breath. decrease oxygen saturation in duration of the chest injury, because we all are know respiratory system is a very helpful system for the oxygenation process, ventilation process. That's why in duration of the chest injury patient have a risk for the decreased oxygen saturation. Fourth is secretion also happen in duration of the chest injury patient. So it's all about the symptom related to respiratory system. Now we will see if person have a chest injury, that condition patient which kind of showing cardiovascular symptoms. So first, rapid 3D pulse. So if person have a chest injury, that condition, that person have a risk altered pulsation function, decreased blood pressure, narrowed pulse pressure, asymmetric BP volume in arms, distended neck veins, and muffled heart sound. So this kind of symptoms showing related to the cardiovascular if person have a chest injury, that condition. Because we already know in duration of the introduction period, if person have a chest injury, that condition both kind of system is altered, respiratory system as well as cardiovascular system. So in duration person have any kind of chest injury, that condition, that patient risk have a different kind, both kind of symptoms showing respiratory system as well as cardiovascular system. Now we will see next thing related chest injury, diagnostic evaluation. So here different kind of diagnostic evaluation or diagnostic tool help for detect the chest injury. First, history collection. So students, history collection not only for the chest injury, it is a very helpful for the any kind of patient, any problematic patient and any kind of disease condition. So by the history collection, what we monitor which kind of cause or which kind of reason are responsible for the causing that particular kind of problem. So it is a very important kind of diagnostic tool for the detect the patient related to chest injury. Now second one is physical examination. So we all know physical examination is also very important kind of tool for diagnostic evaluation, because by the physical examination we are detect which kind of symptoms showing by the patient. So here by the physical examination related to the chest injury, person showing different kind of symptoms, like example abdominal tenderness, chest bruising, chest swelling, decreased lung sound, wheezing sound, rapid pulse, rapid breathing, chest crepitations, cyanosis, dyspnea. So if person have a chest injury, that condition we are performing physical examination tool, that condition this kind of thing is showing by the patient related to chest injury. Now next diagnostic evaluation is X-ray. X-ray means which kind of X-ray? Chest X-ray. So basically by the chest X-ray we are monitored which area of chest are basically affected by the chest injury. Now CT scan and MRI. So if we are not confirmed by the chest X-ray, that condition we are move on CT scan and MRI. So by the CT scan what we monitor? We monitor which location are affected by the chest injury, and by the MRI which site of chest are basically affected by the chest injury. So this all kind of thing is very important tool for detect the patient related to chest injury. Now we will see management for the chest injury. So first management, rib fracture management. So rib fracture we all know it is a one kind of types for the chest injury. So if anyone is suffering by the rib fracture kind of chest injury, that condition what we do? Give analgesics, usually non-opioid, to assist in effective coughing and deep breathing. Encourage deep breathing with strong inspiration. Give local support to injury area by the splinting with hands. So if person have a rib fracture kind of chest injury, that condition we are providing some analgesic. Like which kind of analgesic? Non-opioid analgesic. And we are encourage the patient deep breathing exercise for the maintaining respiratory pattern and breathing pattern. So it's all about related to the rib fracture management. Now we will see next kind of management, pneumothorax management. So if person have a pneumothorax kind of chest injury, that condition what we do? Assist with thoracosynthesis to aspirate blood from pleural space if being done before a chest tube insertion. assist with chest tube insertion and set up drainage system for complete and continuous removal of blood and air. Auscultate lung and monitor for relief of dyspnea. Monitor amount of blood loss in drainage. Replace volume with IV fluid or blood produce. So basically, two things very important for the pneumothorax kind of chest injury. First is thoracosynthesis, second one is chest tube insertion. Students, we all are know thoracosynthesis comes under to diagnostic evaluation as well as management tool. So in here, what we do by the thoracosynthesis, if person have a pneumothorax and blood accumulation in the over pleural space, so amount of blood accumulation is a small or very little, that condition we are just performing thoracosynthesis procedure. So what we do by this procedure, we are placing one needle in thoracic area and withdraw or drain out particular accumulated fluid or blood component in over the area of pleural space by the thoracosynthesis period or chest injury condition. But if have a amount of blood accumulation in the pleural space in duration of pneumothorax kind of chest injury, that condition thoracosynthesis procedure is not acceptable. So what we do, that condition we are performing chest tube insertion. So it is a one kind of also medical emergency. So basically what we do in this kind of procedure, so in this condition we are placing one chest tube in the particular area of chest and particular accumulated side of the chest and pleural space over the chest. So we are placing one tube into the pleural space and we are drain out by that particular process in a comes under to chest tube insertion. So this two kind of thing is very important treatment for the pneumothorax kind of chest injury. As well as we are monitored how many blood loss in drainage and within the drainage. If person have a excessive drain or drain out of blood as well as fluid, that condition person want fluid and electrolyte. So we are replacing volume of IV fluid because for the maintaining fluid and electrolyte of this particular kind of patient. Now we will see next management, flat chest. So if person have a flat chest, so what we do, stabilize the flat portion of the chest with hands, apply a pressure dressing and turn the patient on injury side or place 10 lb sandbag at side of flare, and thoracic epidural analgesic may be used for some patient to relieve pain and improve ventilation. So basically in duration of flare chest injury condition, what we happen, that condition chest wall stability is decrease. So what we basically do in duration of the that kind of chest injury, so we are applying pressure dressing in over the chest and affected side of the chest, as well as we are providing epidural analgesic for preventing the pain level in duration that kind of particular chest problem. So it is related to the flat chest injury. Now we will see another kind of chest injury management, pulmonary contusion chest injury management. So employ mechanical ventilation to keep lungs inflated, administration diuretic to reduce edema, correct metabolic acidosis with IV sodium bicarbonate, use PAP monitor for the development of pneumonia. So if person suffering by the pulmonary contusion kind of chest injury, that condition what we do, we are providing mechanical ventilation because here person have a chance very risk condition for the breathing pattern alteration or severe condition breathing pattern alteration. That's why we are putting patient into the ventilation. As well as we are providing diuretic medicine for reducing the edema condition, as well as we are providing IV sodium bicarbonate for the correct metabolic acidosis period. So it's all about the pulmonary contusion kind of chest injury management. Now move on our next thing. If respiratory failure is present, prepare for immediate ET intubation and mechanical ventilation treats underlying pulmonary contusion and severe to stabilize the thoracic cage for healing of fractures, improve alveolar ventilation and restore thoracic cage stability and intrathoracic volume by the decreasing work of breathing. Prepare for operative stabilization of the chest wall in select patient. So basically by the pulmonary contusion, patient have a risk for the respiratory failure. So what we do, that condition we are not putting patient into the ventilation, we are just immediate intubation of the patient. It means intubation tube intubation perform in the period of the pulmonary contusion situation, because here person have a respiratory failure, that condition mechanical ventilation is not proper treatable that particular situation. That's why we are putting patient into the intubation, and we are providing artificial respiratory system by the intubation. So it's all about the pulmonary contusion treatment. If person suffering by the pulmonary contusion kind of chest injury, that condition we are performing this kind of procedures. Now we will see another kind of treatment, cardiac tamponade kind of chest injury treatment. So if person have a cardiac tamponade kind of chest injury, that condition what we do, assist with pericardiocentesis to provide emergency relief and improve hemodynamic function until surgery can be the undertaken, prepare for emergency thoracotomy to control bleeding and repair cardiac injury. So if person have a cardiac tamponade, that condition we are drain out the fluid, accumulated fluid in over the pericardium layer of the chest. So if we are the drain out that particular accumulated fluid, that condition we are capable to treat that kind of chest injury. And as well as if have a person very severe level of cardiac tamponade, that condition we are performing one kind of emergency management, thoracotomy, and to control bleeding and repair cardiac injury. So it is related to the cardiac tamponade kind of management. So students, I hope you all are understand about today's session. It's all about the chest injury. If you have any doubt related to chest injury, so please ask me and contact me.